Major League Baseball has a problem. Most divisions have 5 teams, but there are 2 divisions that do not. The American League West Division has only 4 teams, which means to be ranked number 1 in your division is 20% easier than it is in a normal division. Conversely, the National League Central Division has 6 teams, which means that it's 20% harder to rank number 1 in your division. So, we have 14 teams in the American League, 16 teams in the National League. The league has been talking about balancing the division for years, and it's really a simple process. You just take one team out of the Central Division of the National League and you put it into the West Division of the American League, and you're done. Okay, so as a program, it is also very simple. And I've written this Perl script to do it. Now, the purpose of this script is to balance the size of the leagues and divisions. Specifically, the American League East has only 4 teams, while the National League Central has 6. When we are done, all divisions will have 5 teams. We start by building the division arrays as they currently exist. And so we'll come down. Here's our American League East. There are 5 teams: the Yankees, the Rays, the Red Sox, Blue Jays, and the Orioles. Here's the Central Division. We've got the Tigers, the Indians, the White Sox, the Royals, and the Twins. And here comes the American League West, with only the Texas Rangers, the Angels, the A's, and the Mariners. Then we move on to the National League, and here's the Eastern Division. They have the Phillies, the Braves, the Nationals, the Mets, and the Marlins. 5 teams. Here comes the Central Division. There we have, count them out, 1, the Brewers, 2, the Cardinals, 3, the Reds, 4, the Pirates, 5, the Cubs, and 6, the Astros. And then we have the West, which consists of the Diamondbacks, the Giants, the Dodgers, the Rockies, and finally the Padres. So everybody but those 2 divisions has 5 teams. We're going to take 1 team from the National League Central and add it to the American League West, and they'll all have 5. So our task now is to remove 1 team from the National League Central Division and join it with the American League West teams. The question is, which team? Well, we're going to treat the National League Central Division as a stack. When we do that, we follow the LIFO rules, just like in accounting. The last one in is the first one out. Now, when we built our array, the last team we added was the Houston Astros. So they're the last one in, and they're going to be the first one out. So we're going to add the Astros to the American League West. And it fits because, at least in my reckoning, Houston, Texas is in the West. So here's how we do it. We use POP to remove an item from an array. And it takes it from the end of the array. So we're chopping off the last entry from the NLC array. And we're storing it into a scalar called temp. Then we're going to push. When I add onto a stack, I add on to the end with push, the push operator. So I'm going to push onto the ALW array the value of temp, whatever is in temp. Then we're going to print the updated divisions to prove that the change actually occurred. Now note, when we do that, we are still using our scalar number of the American League West within our loop exit condition, just like before. So we're going to print them off from the beginning to the end, regardless of how many are in there. And we do the same thing here when we print out the National League Central Division. We use the scalar number of entries in NLC in our loop exit condition. So let's open up Unix and let's tell it to run. Now, I called this program POP. And there you go. We have the American League West. That consists of the Texas Rangers, the Los Angeles Angels, the Oakland A's, the Seattle Mariners, and the new team, the Houston Astros. The National League is back down to 5. Milwaukee Brewers, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Chicago Cubs. So, it works. Pop to remove from a stack, push to add to a stack. That's all there is to it.